This is a direct message to those who call themselves educated, thinkers, leaders, and anyone who's ever taken a paycheck and believed they understood the system. If you can read between the lines, you already know this message is not just words. It's a signal, part of something bigger. This is a real challenge, a test of intelligence, integrity, and depth. Because while the surface world, the so-called 3D world, has its place without characters and morals, it all collapses. The world is on a stage right now, a kind of World Series of consciousness. And the irony is that most don't even know they're in the game. So here's the real question. Can you evolve past labels, past ego, and past systems, and still live with principles when no one's watching? How you interpret this message says everything about you, not me. I'm just a messenger. And as for who I work for, well, I guess that's for you to figure out. Well, I need to just like, oh, I'm fucking winning this now, right? Because I'm just constantly threatening, but it's like I need to get that type of a mad where I remember who I used to be. Like people, that's every time it's your enemies who make you like really like your haters, right? Like they're like exposing your weaknesses, so you have to look at why they piss you off and then play a better game. That's on you. That's the self-help part. Right? That it's like doing the things that if you go the way, if you just follow your path, but you have to understand what the motivation is behind things. And the first one you have to understand is your own. You have to understand your own intentions. And it's clear, like I look back and I go, holy fuck, like it's my narrative in my mind. My self-worth was so low. I couldn't see all this fucking good I was doing. Now I fucking had to actually, and I didn't compare like in the right way. Like I was comparing the things that, like, I had this all in reverse. Why? Because I was only looking at appearance. Why? Because I was abused. Why? Because that's all my mom ever did to me. And my dad ignored me. And so I had no, like, how do you know anything? So it's getting past that and then coming back around, right? Because I was uncomfortable with that type of attention back to, like, so it's like false, right? So in pictures, you can be one way, but if that energy was closer, right? Like, it's that fear. So I'm getting comfortable now. And that's the truth, getting comfortable on camera. And I just, right? Like, obviously with haunting, right? Like I'm different personalities at times, right? And that's how this healing process, but I have to, like, I'm releasing it my way, my things. But what happened? I started seeing all the visions of what you guys were doing, and then we've collided. So we've confirmed, okay, back and forth. So that's like for history, right? Like it's so big that it's like, it's mind blowing. And that's why it has to take this long, which I understand would classify me right in that superhero thing, like, because I see that a lot. What would be my mind? Because I like, what do I identify more with, right? Brad and Justin, right? Because they said that because even though it was Brad was the voice, but doesn't he look like a Justin Trudeau, right? And then you guys were making up those lies, right? Because what I can actually see in your guys' fucking heads, right? And that's on, so the indigenous people get to all kick you in the face, everybody, right? And I have to give credit to Justin for that. I see he's right. And which goes back to the avatar thing. So I can see all of you fuckers, right? But I had to get enough strength, right? So that's fucked up, right? So now we're in the paradox, right? Because then I'm shy, right? And then you guys, but you have to what? Do more help. And then I can see that. And then I get stronger and we go back and forth. And then it's purpose, like this fucking railroad thing, right? And one guy, like, I don't know what Leo's saying about it. I don't know what the thing is. And this, like, to be honest, I can't comment on that because I don't have any knowledge on that. So I would have no clue what would be the right thing for Canada or not based on the little of information I know. So why am I going to fucking get into an argument with anybody over that? I'd say, what's my answer? I don't know. That's not my job. It's not my thing. As stories get evolved, right? So I'm getting that, like, I can hear the wavelengths of all the things. Then I say something. So we had to fucking first go through the Jesus thing, right? So that was the first thing. Then we got the fucking aloe thing, right? That's why this, right, with Google, but he does it, see, because he's not, right, because we do this back and forth thing, right, in our villain club. Like, we have our own villain club. Did you know that, right? And so in that club, that's different. That club's different than the world leader meetings, and that's different than see, I got all these groups, right? So that's why I had to stop right? I'm like, okay, this is getting out of control, right? Because I got all your guys' stuff, and then I make my own notes, right? And you want those notes. But we did something really cool where we've made this fun for everybody, like on level playing fields, which is huge, to prove all things, all existence. And then you asked me, you want me to know, like, right? I saw, right, because in real life, right, like I know Laz and I know Hayden, right? So that would fuck you guys up, right? Because then I saw you guys putting them through hell, right? Because then, but that would just lead up a funnel to the things, right? And you guys are really abusive to them too, right? See, I see the back and forth. And then I'm shy. So that's because it's like, that's the truth, 8 years, right? And so why, like I've talked to you, right? So that's the truth. Like, but there's no confirmation for me, really. Right? You guys get more information like that I give out. Like even though I don't tell you, I only tell you 1% because I don't, right? Because that's what do you have to do? Just that's what Russell said in the first thing. You have to be one chapter ahead. Well, that's what I just make up. I just covered for the lives from the yesterday. But because my core truth, I had to find Candace. Right, and then that's what's the healing. So we've gone through this therapy thing, and that's where, so Megamind, that was, right, with Megamind thing. So that would be, so I identify more that way, which is like more Riddler, but I like that, but then did you see what happened to Megamind, right, and all that, but I don't look like the Megamind, that's the difference. So we go back and forth, right, but we play the different characters, right, so I know, that's what I said, you had, like, it is Revenge of the Nerds, right. And then Michael Jordan got reincarnated as a white girl, right? Because I killed that guy so many times. Why? Well, again, the trivia, right? So this is one game that he's just like, fuck's sakes, right? Like, it's like, because it falls your home, like, it's all fucked up, right? Because you guys make up so much. I told you, they fucking making up lies all the time, right? And then I just have to be one step ahead of their lies. Right? Or when I find out their lies, I just figure out how it can work in my favor that they owe me back, right? Because of what you guys did, and that seems to be working. So that's a good thing. Right? So that's what this is, and it's like, like right now, I'm like, honest, like it's Saturday night, and I'm fine. I'm like, I'll talk to you right now. I'm actually getting to know you guys, right? Because I see that, but it's, like, because you're here when you come here, but then that's less, and then it's more, it's like, it's weird, but it's good now, because it saved me, because it's like, I know, right, like, I can't, it's been too fucking, like, well, like, for sure the voice is, 2 years, so, but then, like, everything I saw in the story, I'm not that smart, that's what I mean, I'm like, and whatever, and if Steve didn't confirm these things, then I would say, but I had to question my own sanity, and clearly they, like, I'm right, like, so I am, like, and then that puts me on the team science, right, so I crushed you guys, right, with that. Why? Because what were you trying to do? Same thing with the numbers, right, because you guys all went to numbers, and I said, well, I'm not fucking doing the numbers, and that's how the codes got all busted, right, and that's why I'm the glitch in your matrix, right, I know that, right, and so I said, fine, we'll work this out, a deal, I'm negotiating with everybody, and the deal is we have this Candy Cash cryptocurrency thing, right, and we use it to save the world. You guys just make up whatever you want, right, and that's what we're doing, so that's real, because I don't fucking know how to cash that in, right, I don't even fucking understand this cryptocurrency or whatever, right, I'm just good at making up lies when it comes to that stuff, right, because then you do the work, right, that's a lazy person, right, so I just figured if I put all your names together, right, and these things, and then whatever, and write your names down everywhere, fucking mail it out. You guys are gonna go fucking make ape shit. Why? Well, then I'll mind fucking into helping, because I've been telling the truth, right? So, and you know that, because you would have investigated me, and that's why you guys are creeping, right? And then I get uncomfortable, right? But then I'm also okay, but I had to work out, like, getting it in my favor, right? Because it's embarrassing, right? That's why I'm like, well, fuck that then. There's the production company that's worth billions of dollars, and then you want in on that, obviously. Because I already spent, like, well, I was a billionaire, right? If I spent all my money, billions of dollars, on the nuclear devices, right? But then I stashed them away, but you didn't know where I got that from, but that's a side note. So those bombs, right, and the money, so I already spent that. So then I have to restart. So once you have to lose your billions to make billions again. Right, so I'm doing that, right? That's why I'm ahead of Jeff. See, this is gonna make him fucking mental now, right? Because the only way you can compare now is to make money on this side of the game, right? So he's made all these billions on his side of the game, but I'm not like over here on this side of the game, right? And he thinks coming through the phone and fucking being mad about something is gonna fucking get him out of that, right? So then what do? Right, this is because this is this a threat to the American gods from the aliens? I think it is. Right, this is a right because we hacked those KKK meetings, right? That fucking Jay was having in his garage, right? Fucking hacked that, and then, right. So then we won that. Can't trust those mentally ill ones. Welcome to the Elegantly Outrageous Personal Development Institute. Meet our first elegantly outrageous avatar, Candace. The foundation of our personal development programs are based on Candace's real life story. When the Elegantly Outrageous Personal Development Institute expanded, it turned into a game, one that was created to help you find the best possible version of yourself. So pay attention to the clues because everything is there for a reason and nothing you see ever is a coincidence. Are you truly comfortable, confident, and happy in your own skin? Then why do you feel you should disguise your own inner contentment? The Elegantly Outrageous programs are designed to help you overcome life's paradox. Understanding what it means to love yourself is the key to resolving conflict, especially your own inner conflict, which we are all struggling with in so many areas. The Elegantly Outrageous programs are playfully hidden in plain sight to help you pay attention to your next clue for personal development. How can you become the best possible version of yourself? Play the game.